Hello everyone. Today we are going to be looking at Mount Shasta. Mount Shasta is a stratovolcano in the Shasta Trinity National Forest in Northern California in the USA. Stratovolcanoes are a unique type of volcano that erupt periodically over time in different ways, sometimes raining fire and ash, sometimes flooding the sides of mountains in magma, and sometimes spreading rocks and geographical debris through violent pushes of the volcano during an eruption, or in lahars that occur afterward. Lahars are when the snow and glacier melt of a volcano melt in an eruption that send water, mud, and rocks running down the slopes of the mountains, primarily these stratovolcanoes, picking up trees or buildings along the way if it reaches any. Stratovolcanoes are generally seen as some of the most dangerous, as they are nearly unpredictable and are very large. Mount Shasta is one of these volcanoes, and it is not extinct, with its last eruption likely occurring only a couple thousand years ago. Mount Shasta has evidence of going through multiple eruptions, as it developed multiple buttes, which are basically small hills or table rock mountains that were formed by small volcanic thrusts, or erosions of rock, and peaks both on the mountain and in the surrounding landscape. The most popular of these peaks in the area is Mount Shastina, which is a peak residing on the Mount Shasta Massif itself, which is only slightly shorter in elevation than Mount Shasta, and Black Butte, a short volcanic plug of loose rock near the base of the mountain. Both of these peaks have treks to their summits, but Black Butte is much easier to summit than Mount Shastina, or Mount Shasta. Being over 14,000 feet in elevation, or over 4,000 meters in elevation, with a nearly 10,000 foot prominence, Mount Shasta is the second highest peak in the Cascade Mountain Range and the second highest volcano in the United States, and is the only officially glaciated peak in Northern California, while accounting for over a third of all the total glaciers observed in the entire state. Mount Shasta usually maintains some of its snow throughout most of the year, but its rocky slopes and steep glaciers account for dangerous conditions, with a climbing party earlier this year in 2022 becoming injured, with one member passing away due to the severity of their injuries. Hope the best for them and their families. Due to the immense amount of snowfall every year, Mount Shasta is home to many waterfalls, both on the side of the mountain and in the canyons below. Most of the waterfalls on the mountain are difficult to reach, with unmaintained or no trails leading to them, like the magnificent Ash Creek Falls. But others in canyons further south are more easily accessible, like the Three McCloud Falls. Below the mountain on the southwest side is the town of Mount Shasta, and in one of its parks, in a natural spring along the foothills of the mountain, spawns the headwaters of the Sacramento River, which runs from Mount Shasta on the northern edge of California down to the Central Valley through the city of Sacramento, all the way into the Bay Area, where it meets the ocean, below the Golden Gate Bridge. This river is the largest river in the state of California, and one of the largest rivers in the U.S. west of the Mississippi River. Mount Shasta also hosts the only California ski resort north of Lake Tahoe, which attracts many visitors. Most visitors who do want to go to the mountain go to the Bunny Flat or Panther Meadow areas, though the latter is only open during summer months. Mount Shasta can also be viewed from afar, as it can be seen as far as north as the Oregon border, and can be seen over 60 miles to the south in the California Valley. Since I've grown up in Northern California, Mount Shasta has always meant a lot to me, and I am excited to share with you not only some pictures I've had the pleasure of taking throughout this video, alongside the other pictures that other people have taken, but I am also grateful for the opportunity to share this mountain. Yet beware of this mountain, for there are more to it than meets the eye, especially when examining ancient legends.